Now we do have a skip price here at 07s. So if we do break 07, this can just as fast fall back in as it went up here. But it could also be a gap and go day. Like, wait. I would love to see it break 07s and then short here. Out for a small for a win here, a small win. So this was exactly my playbook setup, which I talked about. So hello YouTube, today I'm finally starting my playbook series. So welcome in my closet, okay, where all the magic happens. And yeah, I'm gonna walk you through this setup, okay, step by step. If you have no idea about order flow, times and sales and stuff like this, footprints, market volume profile, I'm building right now a full course onto it, obviously all for free. All my content is and always will be free. I won't charge for my time or anything else ever, okay, promise. So just enjoy the setup, okay. I do think it's one of my best setups. It is my best setup actually. Like if you look at my stats, I do track all my trades and yeah, take all my trades in this setup with the most expected value. I have a lot of data on it, so I know it works, okay. It doesn't happen very often. If it does, I'm 100% going for it. So let's hop right in. Also, what's very important for me, like before I start this video right away, like this is from a live trading session, okay, on Friday pretty much. So I'm cherry picking this trade, obviously, because it's a playbook setup, okay, and I needed to show you this. But I'm not like one of those guys who just like shows you the wins and the good. Like I'm live trading every day. You see me lose, you see me win, you see me tilt, you see everything, okay. So let's. So for this setup as well, like I kind of made the DOM here bigger and the footprint so you can see this better because it's pretty much only based of the footprint on the DOM and the DOM itself, okay? The only thing you need to know for the setup is the price should be a little bit overextended, okay? So I'm not taking this like right into a range or something like this, okay? So I kind of want the price to already be a little bit overextended in order for me to enter this setup. So now we're here, like just for context, we've built a lot of volume of the open, like we had a lot of volume trade here on the 05s. Now we did break, okay? And now here's where the magic really happens, okay? We did break the 05, so we built a lot of volume here. If you don't really know what I'm talking about, you should go and watch my video series first about like my trading course and stuff. But now this break here is really the exciting thing, okay? Like look at this break, like look at this big buying here, okay? Like lots of huge buyers hit here, okay? Like I can do that, put this better. And here's like the important thing, okay? Like obviously, like on every break you do see it back tick, okay? But here on the back tick, okay, no single contract has been traded here, okay, and here only 3, okay, and then it still rips higher, okay. Like here, in my opinion at least, there's like the market has how should I say it? Like that's insufficiency. They should sell back and forth, okay, but here like no single seller hit, okay, like you can see it on the footprint. That's the main reason like I have left the footprint up. I do have it up as well because I'm keep on resetting it. So I have multiple bell curves, the market RTH volume profile bell curves and the footprint bell curves, and to help me see absorption stuff. But in general, like I like it on the breakouts just because of this setup, okay, because this setup is such a high EV. So now obviously we trade higher. This was a real hard breakout, okay, we still keep breaking higher. But if you go back now and then see me here the stream and watch the stream, I thought, okay, gap and go, stuff like this, okay, this can go higher, but I'm already also saying, like, look at where my mouse is, okay? You see where already my mouse is here on the live stream, okay? Because of this one, I'm just hovering over this 07 level, okay? Because for this setup, like I call it skip price setup just because of this, okay? We did skip the price here, okay? Like nobody hit into the bid on the push higher at 07, okay? Like in there, and for me, there's imbalance in the market, okay? So once we break this to the downside, okay, from my experience, once we break this to the downside, and then we get a retest, I'm entering, okay, like just for a further deep protection now here, okay? Now you here you see it like trade below it, okay? Now it has been traded below the 07, okay? As long as we hold above 07, I'm not interested in a short here, because sometimes these skip prices are strong resistances, okay? Like nobody wants to sell there, obviously. Nobody sold there earlier, so still there might nobody be willing to sell here yet, okay? So like it just comes close to it, so it might be even a good entry long, okay, just above it, like maybe here 70.50 or 70.75 might be a good long entry, okay, for my style of trading. But once this gets broken, okay, once there's actually volume in it, okay, so that's also like kind of something you need to pay attention to, like just 1 or 2 contracts in there, not really enough, okay? You really want to see trade through it, okay? Which we did here, okay? Like now we're backticking, and you see like we backtick, and we're not just like boom, boom, okay? If we go here, trade, okay, and then we meant bid again, and the offer's pulling away, and we go higher, like I'm not interested in this setup, okay? Like, but here you see it go higher, reject, okay? Like these small pivots, even if it's just like such a micro pivot, okay? Like small, high, low, and getting rejected and come back down. This is for me like now I'm really okay. I'm entering this. I'm trying to enter here first with my hotkey, but it didn't work. So then I enter obviously here with the mouse. So now the trade is on, and now I'm looking closely. Okay, I don't really want to see this come back at all. So now I really shouldn't trade above this gap price from earlier. Okay, above here, above this pivot, like we had here, complete auction here 646. Okay, and like it shouldn't really trade anymore like above 750, or I'm out, okay? Like if this goes higher, like every trade can be wrong, even like IEV trades like this. If we're above 775s, I'm trying to get out as close to break even as possible. I might just mark it out in a strong uptrend like this. Obviously, like my take profit is just standard sized set on this, okay? This is just an OCO order. I'm like trying to get out on a flush, okay? Like I just look here for a short scalp, okay? My reason of entry, we're still in an uptrend, okay? This still looks like a gap and go on the day. But if we see like a price level like this break to the downside, okay? And we see it like still not, so not pushing right through and having a little bit hard time then, okay? Then usually you get at least one flush down, just that flush down lower to have at least some sort of correction, okay? So here I'm looking, okay, I'm thinking, okay, like it's not flushing, it's not going, it's not flushing, and then I'm just taking it off because here we have this low node, okay? We have this very low noded price here, okay? And it's just yeah, it just the bid was down here too strong for me, okay? I would have loved to see this just flush, okay? Very often this just flushes, and then I just mark it out on the flush, okay, with my hotkey. But it didn't here, okay? We ended up going a little bit lower here, okay? But just to the 05s, and then we just came back up, okay? That's very important, like on this setup, okay? You can't turn this scalp into a whole trade, okay? Like this is also very important. I'm gonna make a whole video on it. But if you enter a scalp, okay, this is a scalp. Like obviously you can have like the idea you wanna enter like a whole move to move trade and enter it on a scalp with a scalp because you want a better entry. That's a whole different topic. But if you're entering a scalp based off a scalp idea, which is here a break of this, okay, of this skipped price, a small retest, struggling on the retest, and then looking for the flush, then you can't all of a sudden say, okay, maybe this was just a high and I'm looking for it to go lower. No. If you're entering a base of the scalp, once the scalp has fulfilled its purpose, you're out. Okay, like at least that's my opinion. Like either you're scalping or you trading move to move or anything really higher time frame stuff. You can obviously always enter on use a scalper's idea to enter because you're gonna get more accurate entries, but you have to set your idea what the trade is about before the trade. Okay, that's what I think is really important. Like which eats up a lot of profits from me when I'm like forgetting this a bit and wanna like then all of a sudden hold trades and stuff. Anyways, like I'm drifting off here. If you have any questions regarding this trader setup, let me know. Okay, like always, ask me anything. I love to talk about trading. This trade setup is kind of you need to fine tune it and get a feel for it. Okay, and obviously it works not every time, like no setup does, but it's very. I think like for me at least, it's my highest EV trade setup for scalping. So but I'm also like picky on my entries, okay? So if it's not overextended, I'm not taking it. If it's if the retest of the skipped price doesn't feel right, I'm not taking it, okay? So that's what it's important about trading, okay? No matter which playbook you play, no matter which style of trading you have, it's always based on your personality and experience with it, okay? I've taken like so many of these that I know which feels right to take and which doesn't, and there is where my high win rate on these setups comes from, okay? So experience is more important than anything else in trading. And like what I said, like knowing what kind of trade you're about to enter. Are you entering a scalp? Are you entering a move to move trade? Are you entering a whole trade for the entire day, a swing trade, or something like this? Okay, you need to be aware what type of trade are you entering before you take the trade. Because once you're in the trade, you to adjust the trade and to adjust the trade idea can get very tricky. It is possible if you have lots of experience and years under your belt and you have your emotions very much under control, but it's very hard to adjust your trade idea on the specific trade during a trade, okay? You always have emotional bias because you're up and down and stuff like this, okay? So know what kind of trade you're entering. Know if you're entering a scalp, then execute it and exit it just like a scalp. If you're entering based off a move to move, then expect some pullbacks and hold it till the target and or close to the target, okay? Unless something drastically changes and stuff like this, okay? You need to execute the trades and exit the trades just like you enter them with an idea, okay? If I'm entering on the DOM because I see a strong buyer and I'm entering based off the idea that there is a strong buyer pushing price higher, you can get in, okay? But once the strong buyer is gone, you need to get out, okay? You just entered because of the strong buyer. So if the strong buyer is no longer there, you gotta get out, okay? Like there's no reason for you to be in this trade if you just entered because of this strong buyer. Okay, like if it goes for one tick, fine. If it goes two ticks against you and he's no longer there, fine, exit. If he goes like 1,000 tick in your favor and he's just not stopped buying, yeah, then hold the trade, okay, and make your year of it. Anyways, just my 2 cents, okay, on all this stuff. Like always, like leave a comment, leave a like, share this video. It really does help me out. I love to build a community here. Join my Discord if you're really motivated and up and coming trader, okay? All I do is for free. I'm trying to build a community of highly motivated traders willing to learn, willing to improve, okay, more than anything else. And see you guys there.